Hey everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode here at O.A.R. Hopefully this is the last time we have to do these dual episodes in a week until we become bigger and we start breeding snakes along with the geckos. Today, we're going to be moving over Orion back into his original home. I have to clear all this out first. In case you did not know, because either you came in late or you haven't seen the videos, or maybe you skipped that video, I don't know. Orion was originally sick with scale rot, and it's been a slow going process to try and heal that. He went through his treatment, and just to make sure that he no longer had any underlying condition going on that made it where I could not bring him in with the rest of the reptiles, we've had him in the kitchen and in quarantine until he finally ate again. If you do not know, a lack of appetite is a very strong sign that your reptile is sick. If they're more lethargic than normal, it's a good sign they're sick. But Orion's been an active boy in his enclosure. He's getting a little feisty though. I think the stress of having all the other animals walking around him constantly is causing him to go into an over sense of needing to be protective of himself. So it's perfect that he started to eat again, because it means I can get him into this and help not stress him out so much. That's what I'm looking for here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to clear this out. There's a few modifications I have to make to this good old enclosure, but I also have to make a modification to Cerberus's enclosure. Cerberus managed to escape his enclosure yesterday due to the fact that it is only held together for the glass portion by silicone, or silicone, however you want to pronounce it. I flip-flop between. And because of that, the heat that's emitted in there, and the fact he's just such a heavy boy, he pushed upon his glass yesterday, and it left enough room for that silicone to push out but not break the glass. So I woke up at 2:30 in the afternoon and found a tegu in my bedroom. It was kind of funny but kind of alarming at the same time. So we're just going to do a few modifications to these enclosures. The main thing is, because Orion likes to unplug lights, is I have these. They're little plastic clips that are just going to go around the wires. Hopefully they're big enough, but I want to just put his wires into position and clip them down so he can't move it around so much and just undo all the work that I'm about to do and me have to try and plug it in every week. But that's enough of me talking. It's not why you guys are here. You're here to see animals. So let me go ahead and clear all this out and get that all set up so that we can go ahead and move Orion in here. See you all in the next little bit. Alrighty, and just like that, we have Orion's new setup. He's about to get his pond in here after I get him in, and then he's gonna have his what's it called again? I forgot the heat panel back in here. Yeah, he's about to have his heat panel back in here. If I can figure out how to wire it and hook it up, it's gonna be a little bit of a tight squeeze in here. I don't know. But we've figured it out before, and I'll probably figure it out again if I can remember how I did it the first time. But yeah, let's go ahead and get him in a bin. So this is a very temporary fix I decided to do for Cerberus's enclosure, and that was just to put some screws along the top and bottom right here so this rail can't pop out when he decides to press against this glass. Now, it's only a temporary solution, as eventually I do want to do a door system, kind of like the retics and all the pythons have, where it just opens and closes. But instead of doing open and closing from top to bottom, I almost want to do it going in and out. The problem with that is I don't know how I'm going to successfully do that and not take up the entirety of my living room when I do that. So we're going to have a lot of troubleshooting to do on this. In fact, what I may do is I may do it out of this, the 6-inch or 12-inch boards, and I might put one of those up here. This way, when it opens, it's not such a big jump. Granted, I won't see as much of Cerberus, but it'll make it a little easier to open. I don't have to worry about glass breaking. I also don't have to worry about the boy escaping. And if I really just want to see him, all I got to do is open it up. He can climb out on his own, and I'll replace the actual glass with plexiglass then. This way it's not so fragile, and I don't have to worry about it breaking and scuffing up as much as it has over here. Alrighty guys, so we're now over here with Orion. As you can see, he's a little feisty, but we also got Arachne over here who just wants a little attention. But I don't want the cats in this area right now. Sorry about the mess up here. It's really hard to break down Amazon boxes and get them in our trash bins. I'm waiting for just a few more, and I'm gonna take them all to the dump. But yeah, no. So I'm about to move the cats into a different room, and we're gonna get out Orion, who looks ready to go. He doesn't look happy, but hopefully once I get him out, he'll chill out, and we can get him in there after I get his enclosure and his pond out of here. His pond will need to get disinfected, and the heat panel can go straight into the enclosure, and then we can fill up his pond again, along with possibly changing over everyone else's water. I don't know how Lilith is going to act. Luckily, I'm not recording alone today, or I am recording alone, but I'm not in the house alone today. So if anything were to happen to me, I can yell for help if needed. But let me move the cats, and we'll get him back out. While Orion at this size has never bit me, I do have the leather jacket on just for a little bit more protection. I would rather be safe than sorry. He is now way too big and way too powerful for me to try this, especially now that he's back to full strength. I don't know how his behavior is going to be. Like I said, he's probably been stressed lately. You got people walking in and out, you got the cats walking back and forth, and then there's Fenrir the dog. So yeah, we're gonna take things a little safe today. So here is our big male reticulated python. I don't want him near my face. The face is a vulnerable area, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to redirect him around. If he goes to my back, that's fine. I just don't want him in my face. Don't want him around my throat. And right now he's got a good grab on my leg. He thinks I'm a tree right now. I still got to be real careful with him. He is a very big, powerful boy. And if you can see, if I can drag him over here without hurting him, the top of his head here where those black dots are was the first signs of scale rot we noticed. And as you can see, they've now gone to, woo! And as you can see along his body, the scale rot seems to have faded, if not completely gone away, which is a good sign. But I gotta get him in here, so give me 1 second. Alright, so we got him in the tote, which means I can lose the leather jacket for now. I have to get out his heat panel and his pond, so let me go put that all in his enclosure, and we'll be back when it's time to put him up. I'm so glad now that I got him back out and under the light that a lot of that scale rot has seemed to go away, which means he is almost completely safe to put back in there. And now that he's eating, it's a really good sign. So I think I'm gonna bite the bullet here. He's been in quarantine for 3 to 4 months now, so he's had plenty of time to feel better. The medication seems to have done the job. The bioiodine has seemed to do its trick too. So it's really good to see that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go put him up. And that's going to be a fun little bitty fiasco. But for right now, I got to go grab what I need to grab. See you in a minute. I really hope you can see me. I can't be 100% certain, but if not, I am off screen and you can hear me. Well, Orion's enclosure is finally set up. I finally have him back in here. So it's time to get the hefty boy up in his enclosure and try not to get bit. Once again, I am not alone, but at the same time, I don't want to face that bite. He is being very huffy right now. He does not like He does not want to be handled right now. He did just get moved, so I am sure he is very stressed. But he recognizes his old home and instantly he goes back. Now I've already made the modifications to his enclosure, and I hope these modifications hold up, because it would be very beneficial for both him and myself, because I wouldn't have to plug in his lights every morning about the end of the week when he's hungry and ready for food again, like he is just about to be. It is currently Thursday, so he's about to be a very active boy and is going to be ready for food. Let's get you guys over there so you can see him move around in his enclosure. And already he's trying to test those lights. Look at him. He's already like, wait, what? I can't pull it down? Look at him. He just looks so beautiful underneath the LEDs. I love this beautiful boy. I love his orange eyes. He's so confused as to what's going on right now, but he is so beautiful. Look at him. Coming to say hello. I love this boy. But let's close it. But be careful because his face is right there. Yep, there he goes. He goes back. Perfect. Alrighty guys, so I know it wasn't a long video, and I know we only focused on Orion in this one, and that's okay. Sometimes we gotta focus on one animal because a lot has to happen with that one animal. But I am so glad that after the months and months of having him in my kitchen, I can finally have my whole collection in one room, minus, of course, Cerberus the Tegu. But that's because Cerberus kind of serves as my entertainment center, and I no longer have room in this room for a big enclosure like that. If we didn't have Poseidon, maybe he could have gone in here. But then again, I don't know where I'd put him in here either way. And I don't wish anything bad on Poseidon. I love that boy too. I love coming in here, looking at him. I love the sound of the water in my house constantly. It's been such a great thing. If something were to happen to Orion, not Orion, but Poseidon, I'd either make that a temporary caiman enclosure for baby caiman, or it'd become a fish pond. I don't know. I hope nothing happens to him though, because I love that boy so much. But if it does, maybe we'll even get a snapping turtle. Either way, he needs buddies. That's a big tank for just him. Either way, thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, I'm sorry we just focused on the one, but hey, he's a big one and he needed to be focused on for once, because he's been locked away and no one's really gotten to see him in a while, especially under such beautiful lighting. And oh, feels good. Nothing but good vibes over here. Nothing but good things. Anyways, enjoy life. Love reptiles. And hey, we're like 2 subscribers away from 100. Let's get to 100. And everyone who watches this, comment something down below of what you'd like to see me do if we reach 100 subscribers. And whatever the top comment is, based upon likes or whatever, I'll probably do it. As long as it's not something stupid like eat one of my pythons or something like that. Even if it is that, maybe I'll go order python jerky from Florida or something like that. But, nah. And not getting bit by Lilith. We'll save that for like 1 million subscribers. Because she's a big... Ooh. I've dealt with that enough. I've dealt with that more than enough. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. And I can't wait to see you in next Friday's video when we go back to normal scheduling. Adios.